Putin doesn't want peace. It's time to escalate the war. If Trump agreed to deliver Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, the Kremlin despot could face a devastating defeat. Follow this channel, Channel TV, for more updates on international news. In the deadly game of poker being played between Washington and Moscow over Ukraine, U.S. President Donald Trump should understand that he demonstrably holds the upper hand. At every level, Russian President Vladimir Putin's so-called special military operation to subjugate Ukraine to Moscow's will has been an abject failure. During nearly 4 years of bitter bloodshed, Russia's territorial gains have been minimal, while its military has suffered catastrophic losses, both in terms of men and equipment. Meanwhile, the economic consequences of the war have had a devastating impact. Petrol queues have now become a regular fixture for ordinary Russians. Even Putin's initial justification for embarking on his campaign of conquest against Ukraine, that Moscow needed to protect itself from further Western encroachment, has blown up in his face. Far from reducing the unity of the Nato alliance, Russia's unprovoked military aggression has persuaded 2 previously neutral European countries, Sweden and Finland, to abandon this decades-long commitment and join the West's military alliance. NATO's border with Russia has thus significantly expanded, making it far easier for the alliance to defend itself against future acts of Russian aggression. In such circumstances, it is hardly surprising that Putin jumped at the chance of engaging in yet another round of direct talks with Trump. The Kremlin's overture came shortly after Trump dropped heavy hints that he was giving serious consideration to providing Ukraine with Tomahawk long-range missiles, weaponry that could significantly enhance Ukraine's military firepower at a time when Russian forces are already on the defensive. As Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky remarked after Trump's 2-hour telephone conversation with Putin, the Russian leader's primary motivation in re-establishing a dialogue with the White House was simply that he was afraid of the likely impact supplying Ukraine with Tomahawks would have on the conflict. Trump's readiness to engage with Putin, even when it is perfectly clear the Russian leader has no genuine interest in accepting a ceasefire deal, has become one of the more baffling aspects of his presidency. Even though Moscow has next to no chance of achieving its strategic objectives in Ukraine, Trump is still prepared to treat Putin as an equal. Perhaps the American leader is enthralled to the image of supreme power that Putin likes to project, even if it has been achieved through the brutal suppression of opposition voices. Or Trump may base his approach on the more practical, realpolitik argument that it is in America's long-term interests to persuade the Russians to ditch their alliance with China in return for a more pragmatic relationship with Washington. Whatever the real reason is for Trump's blind spot regarding Putin,